Welcome, acolytes. Today we're actually revisiting. Why can I not talk? Well, okay, it is what it is. It's fine. Yeah, today I'm revisiting Vara Dark, Titan Media, Rockstar, Death Star, blah 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 about returning office, and yeah, they are firing people as it is. And yeah, I mean, layoffs are natural right now just because, well, the freaking hiring that actually went up in the COVID times actually isn't the best thing right now because, well, too much people and there are way less sitting at home and actually doing stuff like that. So, I mean, it was foreseeable that this will happen at one point or another. And the gaming industry isn't the only one that actually makes layoffs, but it's definitively something that you see in the game industry pretty often right now, and the tech industry all around. I wouldn't say it's just the freaking game industry. It's all around that things that have to do with tech. So yeah, let's see what she has to say about it, and hear the young lady out.
Game industry is facing major layoffs right now, and unfortunately for the people within it, one day you might have a job and the next you may not. But instead of talking
Yep.
about how sad they are for the other workers within the industry, there are now Rockstar developers who are whining over the fact that they have to return to full-time office working for Grand Theft Auto 6 final stretch of development, and they are getting absolutely blasted on social media. I have a few things to show
Oh
off.
my effing god, really? They're crying about okay, I'm gonna be honest. If they are crying about that just because they have to work full time right now, get fucked. Like, you have a freaking dream job, and if you don't like it, like office hours, this sounds like perma meeting. And if you actually know things of the or two about meetings, meetings are effing useless 99% of the time. There aren't that often that meetings actually do something productive. So F you. Just it's just disgusting. Oh my god.
But before we get into the topic, if you enjoy the content I create, check out the links in the description, follow me on social media, and consider supporting through Patreon or through YouTube memberships. Now,
Yeah,
yes, the
okay.
industry is doing fantastic when it comes to financials, but when it comes to things like layoffs, they are facing some major problems. And you would think that these developers would just be happy that right now they are in a stable situation, that they have this job that they're working on, and they will for the foreseeable future because Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to be a behemoth of the game and they're going to have to keep a lot of workers around after the fact for patches and things like that. But now GTA 6 devs are criticizing Rockstar's reckless decision to force staff back to the office like a normal job. So this week,
Yeah.
Rockstar notified staff of its return to office order due to start in April, which it said had to do with completing development on Grand Theft Auto 6 at the level of quality and polish we know it requires and to mitigate security breaches. So, right off the bat, this is insane because they got a month notice. It's not like they were told, oh, hey, it's Friday and starting on Monday, you need to come back to the office. That's not what happened. They got a full blown month to prepare, which, first of all, is pretty good for any sort of job, especially in the video game industry that has, yes, primarily gone back to in office work. It says that
And by the way, you get a month? I never got that. What the fuck is wrong with you? Luxury about luxury about luxury. What the F? Really? And you're crying about that? Yo, people are just way. Like, you just got freaking born with a silver spoon in your freaking asses. That's freaking. Oh my god, this is just. Cry me a river. Oh,
GTA 6 is developed primarily at Rockstar North in Edinburgh, Scotland, although support comes from a number of other Rockstar studios across the UK and the world. This is an absolutely massive project with hundreds to thousands of developers. I mean, we have heard that this, of course, is going to be at launch the most expensive video game ever created. And yes, there are some other
damn.
projects in the works like Elder Scrolls 6 that will probably rival its price tag, but at the same time, this game is going to be absolutely massive. And yeah, I mean, having to go into the office really doesn't sound all that shocking when you just think of the scale of this game. It says, according to the IWGB, last year 170 Rockstar Games workers in the UK signed a petition opposing mandatory 3-day office work. Now workers accuse Rockstar of broken promises and have expressed concern about health, caring responsibilities, living arrangements, and a heightened risk of overwork or crunch. Some workers have said that they moved their lives further away from studio locations that would now need to be reversed in under 6 weeks to comply with Rockstar's demands, and Rockstar has yet to comment. And they even said that this isn't our first step to 5 days a week. No one wants to go back to the old ways of working. Oh, boo-hoo, cry me a river and float upstream. Did they really
I like this girl. Already, yes. But I think exactly the same. What the F is wrong with you? Literally, what the fuck is your problem? Just... Oh, it's so effed up in my opinion. You have such easy jobs and still it's just not enough. Most people that actually have it good just want to pretend they are somehow victims. It's sickening. Honestly, I personally sometimes don't even have time to shit exactly. It's just... Oh! I have to drive one out.
Expect the company behind one of the most expensive video games ever created to consult with them, to check in and see how they're feeling emotionally about this situation? Like, everyone else in this world had to go back to in-office jobs and in-office work. I mean, obviously, yes, there are some individuals who it makes life much harder for them. I know that they bring it up here, like people who have disabilities. They say working from home has been a lifeline for many of us at Rockstar, allowing us to balance.
Yeah, and the only disability they have is fucking laziness. I mean, for F's sake, really. And I'm not talking about the people that actually have a disability, that actually need that special treatment, because that's fine. It's not your fault that, or most of the time, 99% of the time, it's not your fault that you have the disability. And then, like, extra treatment, yes, that's fine. Those people shouldn't suffer more than they actually already do. But I bet you that the people that actually cry about it are perfectly fine. They don't suffer as much. Not even to a freaking one-fifth of the freaking day that actually disabled people have to go through. And I bet my left nut for that one. But no, they have to cry around and just be annoying and just do stuff that's just like, get some balls.
Care responsibilities, managing disabilities, and relocate as we need. But those types of individuals should definitely work out deals that might not include, being able to work full time in office. But if the service they offer is that valuable to the company, even if they have a disability, they will work out a deal. And I'm sure that Rockstar at this point does not want to get rid of the employees that they feel are extremely pivotal to the
Yes.
development process of Grand Theft Auto 6 and these individuals who are bringing a lot to the table. But those individuals should have different contracts. We are not talking about those types of people. We are talking about the average worker at Rockstar and the people that a couple of years ago did work in office who now simply have to go back to the office, but instead they're trying to come up with every excuse, and ultimately they are simply complaining because they're saying they're worried about a return to toxic crunch practices. I mean, you don't know, first of all, that that is going to happen, but Rockstar is telling their employees to return to work in office full time.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. Crunches will probably happen. Crunches will happen because crunches are normal in that business. That's something that you just have to agree with if you're working in the gaming industry right now. I would, of course, say it's bullshit, but you know.
Like most jobs, giving their employees a month's notice to prepare, and the developers are unhappy. Do they not see why so many people would be against them at this point? We have seen all these layoffs in the gaming industry, and Rockstar is not laying them off. They're simply telling them you have to go back to the office to work.
Yes,
with everyone being laid off, they have the guts to complain about going back to the office. As far as layoffs, the industry is in shambles, even though the industry's at record high profits. So you would think that they would have something else to be upset about or to complain about, or maybe even for once in their lives they could be grateful that they have such a most likely well-paying, decent job that has even allowed them to go this long not being in the office. When everyone is getting laid off, this is what they've decided to complain about, and people are not happy with them. I mean, Dexerto had posted this tweet about it, and Rockstar's devs are getting destroyed right now. Frankly, this doesn't bother me. GTA 6 is of the utmost importance. Your sacrifice is essential. Breaking, employees are upset about returning to work. Yeah, it might be more convenient for you personally to work from your home. I completely understand that. And if they just were going on social media and saying, it sucks we have to go back to in-office, that would be one thing. But instead, they're almost trying to, like, guilt Rockstar into this and trying to make them feel bad and being like, oh hey, just so you know, you're going to be under more scrutiny than usual, like almost trying to threaten them. Considering the layoffs the industry has been dealing with, they should be grateful they have the job. I mean, that's what a lot of people are feeling at this point. Working from home is not and has never been a permanent solution to any of these jobs. I'm sure there are work from home positions, but it's not going to be the majority of them. And if this was in your original contract or you work it out in a new contract, then okay. But it's not the general solution these companies are working for, and these employees need to understand that only under certain conditions are people going to get work from home contracts. You're lucky you have a job at the end of the day. It's just as simple as that. At the end of the day,
I mean, yeah, as they said, it's just said to me. It's just why she's correct for that. By that, I mean, it's just I don't get it. What's the point of crying about it? I mean, of course, it's nicer to work from your actual how's it called, home. But it's not a permanent. It's nothing that would always be there. What did you think that you're gonna just sit at home and do like a half-ass job? No, you won't. You're gonna get out. You're gonna get back at work at some point. And as I said, of course, there are some special circumstances for people with actual special needs, but not for you. You're just a grunt. Be happy that you even got treated like a normal human being, because not even that is normal these days. And you got treated good. as I hear out. So honestly, damn.
think that Rockstar is going to do anything. I don't think that these people are going to get fired, but at the same time, I think that they're just going to have to suck it up and deal with it. They're going to have to go back to the office. They're going to have to help with Grand Theft Auto 6 final stretch.
Oh yeah, and by the way, I would do something that I actually dislike doing. I would effing fire some people. I would just be, okay, you cried about it, you don't have to work here. Hey, okay, it was nice to work with you, ciao. And if they ask, yeah, why you don't like the office hours, you just have to look for something else. I mean, that's just logical. Don't worry, I'm not gonna sit there and be an asshole about it. You can go. If you're unhappy, just get the fuck out. It's simple. It's not like if I would be in the place of Rockstar, it doesn't sound like they got treated bad. And especially thinking that, well, they still want to work there. So they definitively didn't get treated so bad that they don't want to work. So yeah, if they don't want to work, just get the fuck out.
Of development, and it will be interesting to see if any other developers do come out and end up whining and complaining about how hard their job is, especially during such a time when so many layoffs are going on. But for now, that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the...
Okay, no, please, I effed up again. Good. I like this girl. This is actually we have the same thinking. That's just nice to hear. It's I actually agree with her on this 100%. And yeah, it's actually quite nice to hear that some even younger people actually have normal thinking patterns, that there aren't just and only pure effed up little crybabies that just cannot hold a job for no effing reason. But as it is, acolytes, good night.